Okay, welcome back to my channel, Cancer. This is just for the next week. What I see happening is you are coming to some, I'll flesh it out here. This is for June 2023. I'll flesh it out further out, but right now what I'm doing is just giving you the general synopsis and then we'll sort of see where things go. Currently, you're in the energy of, being a little bit unsure about something, whether this is about yourself. You're coming through in your own reading here as well. So I feel like this is more self-reflection. I feel like you're trying to get clear on something specifically. Certainly when I get down to the Ace of Swords, as that clarifier, I feel like you are maybe feeling a little bit confused about something in your life. It feels as though you're just not sure of maybe the path ahead, just because I do see there is going to be some energy around, maybe collaborating or some kind of maybe party or something that's coming up here, but there is energy around being disappointed, feeling bound or trapped. Certainly that energy of the devil is a toxic energy. It's not, and I also have it close to the moon as well as the indulgence card. So to me, that feels like there is just, it's not a really good combination in my mind. And this could be, again, around father figure, something like that as well. But again, water sign seems to be pretty prevalent, and I feel like that is you. And, could be also dealing with Pisces and Scorpio, that kind of thing. But either way, I still feel like the energy is one to be really considered before you you dive too deep down this path. So the moon is where you're trying to reflect on things to get clear on what it is that you want in your life and how you want to go forward. Again, the moon is still dealing with, you're cutting through some illusions, you're cutting through some of the, maybe the crap or the toxins and that kind of thing. And because it is going to lead to something here around, something makes you happy. And again, it is still in a place of maybe waiting, praying, kind of hoping things will turn out. And of course, we've got some advice cards over here too, but I'll get to those in just a minute. So again, when we're taking a look at the moon card, it is about emotions or intuition. It can be also about self-deception, things that you're just not, that you haven't been clear on, or things that you've been telling yourself that aren't in a good space. But I do feel with the Ace of Swords, you're really getting clear. That is, something is coming to light here, so something is going to help you to understand that there is sort of light at the end of this tunnel. But right now you're in that space of, I feel a lot of back and forth energy here, and it almost feels like there's a bit of escapism of some sort, and there could be a certain sense of deception around, maybe self-deception, like I said, because I see your energy very strongly here. And that moon card is also about facing your fears. And I feel like a lot of those fears are mental fears, especially when it's followed by the Ace of Swords. So I feel like this is just a phase that you have to kind of work through right now. But you need to, follow your intuition, which of course is followed here with that King of Cups, and you need to sort of start paying attention more to that, because it feels like you're not really following it wholeheartedly here. It still feels like some things are very unclear, but again, it's time for you to kind of listen to, face your fears, listen to, this is only a phase, it's nothing that's permanent. Delve into that intuition and the insight to really, tap into how you can get closer to you. And I feel that will be more empowering, because there is a little period of fluctuation here. And again, this could represent some mental health issues that might be sort of surfacing. There is a little low ebb of depression here, and feeling, might even be some kind of toxic, or level of drinking, but that kind of thing. But either way, I just feel like this is kind of an imbalance of some sort. It does seem to be something in around possibly even the work sphere here with that Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this is also representative of your energy. Knights are all about moving in the direction of, taking action in a particular area of your life. So for sure, you are making some money, or at least that would lead me to believe that there is money that's being made here in some slow, methodical fashion. To me, this is the typical work card next to the Eight of Pentacles, really putting in a lot of effort into something. And but it's a slower process. So this is sort of a persistent, ambitious kind of card. Somebody who's quite practical and they finish what they start. There's somebody who's very rigid or maybe even a little bit stubborn given the connection of the things here. They have a certain way of doing things and they want to complete it in the way that they're doing it. So this is, a card of, like I said, persistence, and it's development, but it is still a long haul kind of development. Even in terms of emotion, I would say that, this is more that energy of responsible, organizes everything, somebody who's really focused on those practical matters, as they say. And it certainly does speak to you, wanting to stick to your goals, finish what you started, putting money away, creating a budget. It's that kind of energy here. But it's almost like you might be a little bit tied between, do I spend the money in some kind of indulgence, or because there is sort of some gathering of some sort that seems to be up ahead, or at least it is being considered, because the main energy here is still, I'm working, but I'm considering all of this other stuff here with other parties involved here. And again, it feels like toxic energy and indulgence. So I would just be really wary of that, because that energy could also pull you back a couple of steps instead of pushing you forward. And it looks like, for the most part, your energy is that you want to accomplish something. So you don't want to, throw yourself back too many steps here, because this could be quite a detrimental jump given the other cards that are sort of surrounding. So what I would say here is, you want to just continue to foster your, one foot in front of the other sort of energy here. That's that hardworking, stable sort of movement forward towards a goal. So again, one step at a time, and then eventually I feel this is what's going to happen here, is you are going to actually reach some wish fulfillment. So wish fulfillment being, my money is going into something that I feel is really important to me. This is something where, I'm really planning for this big step and I really want this to happen. So that's what the Nine of Cups is this is a level of wish fulfillment that you're achieving. So again, this is about feeling a lot more depth, emotionally, very connected to a particular path. This is feeling more empowered toward the end of the month, I would say. And it certainly does speak to an unexpected kind of wish that comes through. Like something that you've been kind of praying on, or something that you've been hoping for. That it's almost like a bit of an unexpected twist of some sort. But it is, again, there's a level of abundance here for sure, a wish coming true for sure, and it's definitely because of you rewarding yourself, energy, time, practical steps, discipline. This is you manifesting that through the wise way of doing things. The energy is more of, like I said, practical steps. Even if it's delayed, there is some kind of a twist here by the end of the month that is going to kind of move in your favor here. So appreciate the moment of this goal satisfaction, because you are actually getting some kind of gain in this month. Something that's going to make you feel happy, like I said. There is, in terms of a work situation, like something that's moving toward completion here, something that's bringing about some kind of, again, emotional fulfillment. So I'm not seeing a lot of big money here. I am seeing steady money, however. When I see the Seven of Wands down here, there's a lot of action, a lot of movement that's still taking place. This is almost like it's going to open up even further, because the Seven of Wands seven can be considered sort of a magical number here as well, but it definitely speaks to a lot of spirituality as well coming through there with that combination to me. And there's a lot of order as well in your world this month. So I feel like this energy over here, this toxicity, this group thing that could be coming through as an option, I don't feel like that's the direction that you're going to choose. I feel like you're almost in that space of, I have a bigger picture in mind here. So I'm going to put my time and energy into this particular area. So 7 of Wands, like I said, is you having the upper hand. It's also spiritual maturity that's coming through. You are a lot more spiritually developed, or feeling, like you have, you've chosen wisely in regards to battles that might be coming forward. You're meeting every challenge, but you're not being challenged in every moment. So something like that. It's where you're able to kind of triumph over a situation, but it's not putting all your time and energy into every battle. It's about choosing, the battles that have meaning for you. But it's also about you sort of striking out on your own in a certain way as well, believing in yourself again, that kind of thing. In terms of emotions, I would still say you are afraid of getting hurt here, and it definitely feels like you could be a little bit stifled around that energy if this is about a relationship. But I feel like you're getting clear on who you are before you kind of move into this energy. So I feel like you're just staying true to the vision right now and the thing that you're trying to manifest. So you're meeting your challenges, doing what you have to do with that Knight of Pentacles energy, and you're definitely, even if somebody's trying to test your belief system, I feel like you are in a place where you're willing to defend your position and say, well, this is how I feel about a situation. I'm not here to convince you of, your belief system. I'm just going to know what's true for me. So then when we get into the card of, this is the deck of the Power or Animal Oracle cards. This is advice for you for the month. So we've got the Horse, and of course the Horse is still about, like the Knight, still taking action, still moving something ahead, and it definitely speaks to you have a choice here. So again, if you're considering doing something that is more along the lines of a toxicity, I feel like you're going to choose in favor of the stability here, because something about a situation is not, it's not in line with your values or what you're trying to manifest here. So the Horse is, again, it's about you always have a choice. You're letting go of illusions. This is about you taking that responsible energy here. You're holding on to the beliefs that, are in line with the things that are important to you. You're not trying to deviate from that, because you know that it would lead to a path of suffering on some other level here. But again, the Horse is definitely that card of choosing to do things that help you to, stay in place and yet wander. So, if you're going forward and backward or in any other direction, this is the card that says you have the ability to choose your direction at any time. You're not trapped. You're not the victim. You're going to take the integral direction. So this might require you to compromise. It might require you to slow down, speed up, whatever. You're up for that level of flexibility. You'll do what it takes to reach your goal. We also have the card of the Antelope. So again, this is making a decision. So there is definitely something that you're considering here in this period. But I feel, again, like you're going to choose in the favor of not indulgence. It feels like you're choosing the path of your wish fulfillment, the things you're trying to manifest for you. I don't feel like you're going to compromise yourself. Something is not up for debate. Something is not up for discussion. I feel like you're very deliberate in the choices that you make for this month, Cancer, and it definitely feels like there could be something that's coming in that could be a little bit threatening to your overall well-being or circumstances, which is what I see is that toxicity over here. Again, this could be a gathering of some sort that you're considering, but I feel like you're going away from that energy. It definitely is you following your intuition with that King of Cups over here, and certainly, again, cutting through illusions, really seeing what it is that you want. You're more finely tuned into your intuition at this time. So, again, I feel like this is, you sacrificing whatever that toxicity so that you can stay the course. And again, you're just taking action, lots of action, still steady action moving forward. We also have the card of the dove. So you're seeking peace in this time in June. I don't feel like you really want a lot of chaos around you or something that's going to upset the course that you're on. I feel like this is you slowing down, pausing, being slow and steady, doing what it takes, to kind of bring yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit in alignment, and to kind of create a certain rhythm for yourself so that you actually know what to expect, and you're giving back to your own mindset, to try to create peace and calm down in this month. So if you were coming from a place of fear and anxiety, which the beginning of the month did sort of suggest, it feels like you are able to breathe a little easier because you are finding more connection to yourself and your soul, and domesticity is really what the card speaks to, and spirituality. So that's you actually able to calm down because you're more in touch with those things. So the last cards out are advice, and we've got further advice. So 5 of Raphael and 3 of Ariel, and then we also have the Queen of Michael. Okay, so looking at the 5 of Raphael, everything happens for a reason. Release regret, embrace the opportunities for happiness, search for the silver lining. So you're in a space where something is about to change here for you. You are given a chance for change because the 5 is all about that change, and it definitely speaks to you being in a space where you want to move forward, and you certainly are taking charge using the wisdom, of that card to kind of bring something about. So everything happens for a reason. You might have been currently focused on a loss or losses in your life, but things are turning out better than you expected because you're trusting in the universe that there's something better in store for you. And that's where you're starting to embrace the changes that are coming through. And again, it's long-term happiness that you're looking for. That is the direction that you're focused on here. So we also have the 3 of Ariel, and again, that's also kind of a combination card, but it's doing the things that you love, and again, you're doing something that is developing your skills here, I would say, and it definitely is bringing you some kind of financial reward, and it's certainly going to be something that helps you to feel happier in the long run. So don't give that up, whatever that is. You can feel confident in your ideas or in the path that you're on, because that is going to be the one that pays you. So it's you becoming a lot more aware of your potential here as well. Queen of Michael, still building on a certain level of resources. Queens to me are in around that. They are not in the range of the king, so to me it's more of a receptive energy, but the Queen of Michael is still knowing exactly what you want to do, benefiting from, past experiences, and it's a time for career rather than relationships. So I don't feel like you're in the space of wanting to really connect with a lot of people at this time. It feels like you just want to focus on advancing your career, get things done, and you've got that real self-reliant attitude which comes through with the Queen of Michael. And for sure, you've got you're very perceptive at this time and very analytical, calm, cool, collected. Like I said, your peace is what you're guarding here this month, and it's wise counsel that comes through. Could be somebody that comes in here as well on that same front for you, but I feel for the most part this is you drawing out your own energy, and this is where the changes are. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Cancer, for the month of at least the first week of June anyway. This is kind of where you're headed. The energy will probably trickle out a little further because, of course, everybody's on their own timeline. You're not all making decisions on the same dates. So anyway, good energy. Keep going forward. Don't deviate too far from the path here. Like I said, the path you're on seems to be one of career path and building your resources, building up your finances, getting clear on yourself actually, and the things that you value and your mission. And that would be things that make you happy. It's not moments of happiness. It's you building on your overall happiness. So remember who you are. Keep moving forward. Never give up.